living outside the box can be a little isolating. Here is how I deal with it and what I think of the whole living outside the box thing. Outside the box means, what's some other sayings for it? Like left of centre, your ideas being left of centre. Or I had someone tell me the other day, but yeah, your ideas are controversial. Don't you find lots of people that just object to them? I'm like, no, not really. Kind of only family. Because funny enough, it's family, the closest ones to you, that are likely to be most judgmental of you. I'm really thankful in this sort of time that we've got YouTube and Instagram and Facebook to connect us with other people who are a bit different. When my mum homeschooled me in high school, like, I'm sure she only knew a handful of people that were homeschooled. And now, for homeschooling my kids, I can reach out to anyone around the world. I can show my kids, hey, look what this family's doing over in whatever country, and here, look, here's a story by a homeschooler on YouTube. So homeschooling is one thing that I am outside the box on. I don't think it's outside the box. I think there's plenty of people doing it, but I think a lot of people tend to think that's a pretty different thing for us to be doing. Being plant-based is another one. To me, it's not that different. It was a bit of a progression for us. And I don't push it on anyone else. I discuss it. If people have questions, I discuss it. If people have objections, I'll defend it, just because I do know the research behind it. I've done a lot of research on it, and I did a lot of research before I even considered going plant-based. But I think with any sort of outside-the-box thinking, you just have to be confident with your reason why you're doing it, and also not be defensive. Use every opportunity where someone thinks that maybe you're a little bit different, or that your view is wrong or something. Use that as an opportunity to discuss it and see why they feel like that. To influence people, you don't want to, I find, especially with plant-based, a lot of people try to influence I shouldn't say a lot, there are a few people who try to influence people into veganism in a negative way, whether that's putting stickers on the meat at the shop saying don't eat meat, or you're drinking cow pus, or I sort of think that's not a way to, if you're really wanting for more people to consider going vegan, it wouldn't be a way to do it by strong-arming someone. If you want to influence someone, if you want to be a leader, you lead by example. You allow people to make their own decisions. You be open so that people feel like they can ask you questions. Don't be judgmental of their choices. Like, if I have people over, I don't say, hey, no meat at my house. I'll say, there's plenty of salad, there's plenty of party salads for everyone, but if you want meat, there's a butcher just across the road, or something like that. I don't make it a, hey, if you're in my house, you're doing this, or I don't say, hey, my choice to homeschool is better. It's different, and that's what I do. It's not an attack on anyone else, what I choose to do, or how I choose to live my life, or lifestyle. But yeah, so I just handle it by taking it as a grain of salt. Everyone's allowed their opinion, and I certainly love that I'm allowed my opinion. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel like I'm able to live outside the box. Yeah, I'd love to know your input. How do you handle people who have differing opinions to you, particularly people who are negative? I find it easy to want to react when someone's negative, want to put my guard up and be defensive, but I have to make an effort to take a breath, think of their point, and also remember times when I've been defensive about something that I think, I've got to think of it from their point of view. Also, I want to know how other people live outside the box. Mine might be, I feel like I've got a different lifestyle in that I homeschool, that I'm plant-based, that I choose to try and do things I love as opposed to doing the 9-to-5 grind. But yeah, I'd love to know how you handle these sort of peoples, or the times that you have felt you live outside the box. I like being out here, outside the box. I don't mind being different. and I certainly like paving my own path and feeling like I can make those choices because I can. So leave a comment or press subscribe. There'll be more videos like this, a lot of videos about plant-based, a lot about homeschooling, some about travel, some about staying free range while we're now in one spot. See ya!